Alright, let's see how this goes. This will be my first ever dog walk and talk. Basically, on my lunch breaks, I go for a walk around the neighborhood. It lets me get a little bit of exercise, not at the computer chair, and get my dog a walk in because she needs to have her walks. And so today I'm going to see if I can kill two birds with one stone and do like a little vlog to catch everyone up on what's going on with me and with the channel. If everything goes right, I should have pretty good audio from an external microphone. Have to figure out how to put that together in post. And the video either will be flattened to 2D and I'll control the camera. But ideally what I want to try to do is actually upload this. Whoa, Nova, chill. Upload this as a 360 video in VR. So with your computer, you can use your mouse. With your phone, you can move it around or drag it with your finger. Or if you had a VR headset, you can look around. And what I like about that is, for one, I really don't like being on camera. That's why a lot of my videos are just screen recordings on my desktop with voiceovers. I feel more comfortable being the voice behind the scenes than I like being on camera. And if it's in VR, you don't have to look at me. You can if you want to, or you can look at Nova, who's a lot prettier than me, but you can look around the environment and just listen to me talk. So we'll see how that comes out in post, since I haven't really worked with 360 video, and the app that's built into this thing doesn't let you sync up audio, so, well, you'll see when it's uploaded. Now, on to what's going on. So, I have right now a little over 14,000 subscribers. I think a lot of those are actually older subscribers from back when this was a gaming channel. When I was younger, that was like my thing. We had a worldwide live stream. We had a team of people from across the globe. So we had a guy from England, a guy from Barbados, we had a lady from the United States, and we would do like co-op gaming. And it was really fun because of the diversity on our team. We had different accents and different jokes and different words, and that was my weekly ritual, was to play with everybody. And I was very active in the scene, but as I got older, life gets in the way. You get busy with other things, and eventually the gaming kind of came to an end. And I still kept my passion in YouTube. I'm a technology expert by trade. I've always done it, even for fun, on the side, but now I get paid to do it. So currently, for those who don't know, I'm a cyber security engineer. And I've moved up all the way from the desktop guy who fixes your printer and your computer to a network engineer to a server engineer, and now I do cyber security. So kind of moved up the ranks. And I always said one of the best ways to learn is to teach. So some of my stuff was like, for example, when I was working on my CCNA certification from Cisco, I was doing a bunch of labs, and the process of figuring out how to download those labs and then install, get them installed, get them configured, and actually complete them. I figured, hey, let's go ahead and make a tutorial on that and teach other people how to do it. That way anyone else going through the same journey, if someone else has the journey of getting a Cisco certification, they have a point of reference. And so I have a lot of skills and interests. So whether it be enterprise IT, like routing, switching, servers, backup, smart home stuff like automation and programming with stuff like Home Assistant and DIY LED projects. And then another big passion of mine is audio video and home theater and stuff like that. So it's like, with all these things, what do I put on the channel? Because most people who are successful, they really make their channel something specific. So I have several people I follow, and they do one specific thing. Cheap Audio Man does audio. Robbins, I can't remember his first name. Matthew Robbins, William. He does audio video stuff, and I love that he includes his wife in it, and he's also down to earth. Audioholics, for smart home stuff, there's like Mr. Z, and there's another guy who's local here in Florida, and he does a lot of stuff like Tasmoda and Home Assistant. So, you know, they picked one thing and really honed in on it, but I have a lot of interest, and I don't want to necessarily do just one thing. So I think that hurts with subscribers, because you usually subscribe because you want to see a specific content. And if today I'm working on how to back up your virtual machines off ESXi for free, and tomorrow I'm soldering and doing LEDs, and the next day I'm building a subwoofer for home theater, it's not really consistent. So maybe with the viewers kind of chiming in on what kind of stuff I've produced in the past, I could get a little bit of an idea of what you want to see going forward. Amazon. So I already have some things planned. I have a to-do list on my phone of like videos to make, things I really want to share with people. One of them being that ESXi. So I run a virtual machine at home. For hypervisor is what it's called, ESXi, and I use the free version. And most of the stuff to back up your virtual machines is made for the paid version, but there's a really simple way to do it for free on the free version. And I want to share that with people, including how to back up your thumb drive, so if it crashes on you like mine did like a few months ago, you have a backup. And then the DIY smart home stuff, like right now I have a video planned on how to take a Panamax power strip and automate it through Home Assistant to do really cool stuff that it's not made to do. And then on the audio video scene, I haven't done a proper tour of my home theater that I built. I really want to show that to everybody. Not really a how-to, but just more of a showcase. But I can go over what I bought and why, and maybe help people choose the equipment they want. And in addition to that, you know, it's just a good conversation starter. But I have a few things I've just bought with specific content in mind. So the 360 camera, we're doing this filming with it. But what I got it for specifically is to do home theater VR. Because with Dolby Atmos, DTSX, and Auro 3D now taking off in popularity, and the Xbox Series X supporting Atmos and DTSX, I haven't seen anyone on YouTube actually put out content that viewers can watch and get the real experience. YouTube does support 5.1, but not Atmos. But if you use a special recording technique called binaural, you can actually achieve lifelike results just wearing a pair of headphones. So I have a binaural microphone on the way that I'll talk about in a future video. And that's going to let me do static binaural recordings and demo like Atmos games or demo my home theater and let people really hear it. However, a more expensive purchase, I just ordered it yesterday, it's coming in from Australia, the Rode NT-FS1, which is a Ambisonic microphone. It uses 4 capsules and it captures 360 audio as well as height, so it's actually 3D audio. And if done correctly, I could produce like a gaming and Atmos video, and you could look around in the video and actually have the sound move with you. So if I was playing like Ready Player One or something, which I could never do because of copyrights, and you want to look up as the cars are flying overhead, you would actually hear the sound move with you, and you could isolate and localize where the sound sources are coming from, because it would be a really great way to cover Atmos and DTSX content and let viewers really hear it before they go buy something or just to enjoy it. So one series I plan on doing is Xbox Series X Atmos gaming. Go down the list of games that are currently supporting Atmos or DTSX and doing short demos. And I plan to record them at least 2 ways. One with static camera footage and a binaural recording, and one with 360 footage with Ambisonic audio. That way viewers can watch it in their preferred method. I'll do a shootout on the different microphones and which one I like and why. And also the editing workflow is quite confusing. So like in 360 audio, you can have ambisonic audio that follows you around, but then how do you do like my narration? If I'm talking, you don't want that to be behind you. And you don't want necessarily your ambisonic mic, which might not be located close for good sound, to be your only source of audio. So you have to mix what they call a headlock track in. And the only tutorials I saw on that were years old. The process has changed, the software has changed. So someone needs to be the forerunner and get out there, track down the right software, the right processes, the right workflows, and create some good tutorials for it. And that's the kind of stuff I like doing a lot, because I love researching and learning and sharing. And I'm always the person that tries to find the easy and free way to do things. Because anybody can go drop $1,000 and get Adobe Audition and have a way to do it. But what if there's a way to do it for free that works just as well for basic stuff? So I'll be adventuring into that soon. So it's nice when the hobby can pay for itself. And you know, I was talking about these successful YouTubers, and they either get tons of free stuff or they make so much money that constantly getting new products and new things to do is easy for them. But for me, this is all out of pocket. I think in my prime, when my YouTube channel was big, maybe every other month, I got like $40. And probably the most lucrative thing was like a DIY video, like how to build something for a smart home. And it had a bunch of small stuff from Amazon. You can use Amazon affiliate links. And if people go buy that stuff, you get a small kickback. And I have seen like $40 or $50 Amazon gift certificates from that, but not like every month. I think that's like every couple of months, every 3 months. But it's nice when those come in because, for example, I dropped my Zoom H2N recorder and broke it, and that's like a $300 thing. So the money I made for the year was able to have me replace it since I broke it making content for YouTube. The other challenge is I like to share all the things I'm doing, like building the subwoofer for the bedroom I just got done with. But I'm so invested in trying to complete the project, get it done so I can spend time with family and friends, that it's really hard to slow down and take the time to record and edit everything rather than to just get it done. So, especially if it's something somebody else has already done, then I don't want to necessarily double up on efforts. I have one video how to program an ESP8266 with Termite as a terminal program, and that was like the easiest and fastest way to program those things. Had one of the big YouTubers actually take that technique and give me credit for it, but then like one video later they're talking about the technique without any credit, so it was kind of just taken. But I guess that's the nature of the beast. So new gear, binaural microphone, ambisonic microphone, 360 camera. For my standard footage, I use a Canon M50, and I got that as a pretty cheap but capable DSLR for video, but I'm honestly not that happy with it. The autofocus is weak, and it just does not do good 4K. So I ended up using 1080p on that, and I'm going to try to start transitioning into 4K, which is why the 360 camera is the RS instead of the X2. The X2 is smaller, lighter, cheaper. It only does 360. This camera I can convert into an action camera, and I don't know if at 4K it will produce the results I want for filming in like a studio setting, but it can at least make a really small and easy secondary camera angle, so I can like mix shots for multiple angles, or POV shots, you know, strap it to my chest or my head. Might look stupid as hell, but it's a really good way to see if I'm building something, how it looks as you're building it. So I'll definitely have to try that out. Zoom F6 field recorder. I got one of those used off Facebook Marketplace. I had a Tascam recorder, I'm trying to, DR70 or D70. It works pretty well. And I have my Zoom H2N, but I wanted the F6 specifically because it does the Ambisonic recordings, and also it has 32-bit float. I haven't actually experimented with that yet, so I'd like to experiment with it and see how it comes out and if it's a benefit to me. The DJI Wireless mics, this is cool because I'm only wearing the lapel mic, the transmitter. The receiver is at the house, and I'm recording directly to the device, so I don't have any cords dangling, nothing to keep in a pocket. Now, when I get the Ambisonic microphones, I probably will wear a backpack so I can record the sounds around us, like the nature and environment sounds, and probably have a lapel on to mic just me, and that will give us the good sound for voice, and I'll mix those together. So it's just going to be a process to figure out what I want to produce, find time to do it. Part of why I was gone so long is I bought a house last year. I got a divorce last year. I got a new girlfriend. She's moved in. I got a teenage son. And I work full time. So there's a lot of stuff that I had to like get under control in real life before I could worry about my hobbies. So this is not scripted. I just kind of had some ideas of what I want to talk about. I think I hit most of them, but I definitely missed some things as well. So maybe there'll be another dog walk and talk tomorrow or the day after to pick up on the things I missed today and give me a chance to just go edit this footage and see how it comes out. Looking forward to hearing from everybody. Looking forward to picking up some new subscribers and putting in more effort in the channel. Excited for a lot of those videos I have planned. And just doing good. And I'm getting old. My back's killing me all the time. But life is good. Good relationship, good job, good mental attitude. I'm happy, and also happy to come back and start producing content again. So, everyone have a great day. It was good talking with you. I'm going to stop looking awkward around all my neighbors and get home from lunch and finish up the workday. This was Patrick from Vicious Computers, and I'll talk to you next time.